I rise today to say that there is no legal precedent for killing American citizens not involved in combat, and that any nominee who rubber stamps and grants such power to a president is not worthy of being placed one step away from the Supreme Court.
I believe that every American has the right to know when their government believes it is allowed to kill them. In the case in question, as I've said before, I believe that the President's decision to authorize a military strike in those particular circumstances was legitimate and it was lawful.
Make no mistake, these memos do not limit drone executions to one man. These memos become historic precedent for killing Americans abroad.
The President has to be able to get confidential legal advice before he makes a decision. But once a decision has been made and the legal memo from the Justice Department has been sent to the agencies that will carry out the President's decision, that memo is no longer pre-decisional advice. Congressional requests to see memos and opinions have frequently been stonewalled.
Am I the only one who thinks that something so unprecedented as an assassination of an American citizen, that this should not be discussed, that we should discuss this in the light of day?
Ben Franklin, famously said, in effect, anybody who gives up their liberty for security really doesn't deserve either. Liberty and security are not mutually exclusive. We can have both.
Do we have the courage to denounce drone executions as nothing more than sophisticated vigilantism? Now, some will argue and say, the President yesterday now has changed his mind. He's going to release these memos to the public. Well, that's true. Why don't we wait on the vote and let the public read the memos?
Now, it's unfortunate that it took Mr. Barron's nomination for the Justice Department to make these memos public. I will say here that it has been frustrating over the past few years to see the Justice Department's resistance to providing Congress with memos that outline the executive branch's official understanding of the law.
We will now allow someone who has an extreme point of view, someone who has questioned whether or not guilt must be determined beyond a reasonable doubt, someone who now says that an accusation is enough for the death penalty. Now, that person may say only if you're overseas. Well, some consolation if you're a traveler.